Alright man, so what is up guys, Airball here and I'm back in another video, and this is going to be the best Chet Holmgren build on NBA 2K25, so I'm not going to waste any time, let's straight in the video. So we're going to go right hand, jersey number obviously doesn't really matter, we're just going to continue. Now starting off with the position, we are going to go center because he's a center in real life. We're going to go 7'1" for the height, alright, just because he is 7'1", and 7'1" on this game is really solid, like a really solid height for centers this year, so I'm just going to go 7'1". The weight is going to be all the way in the minimum, 220 pounds, just so we can get the highest possible speed. And also the rep plate, you know how he is, because he is around 7'1" and like 200 pounds. So 220 is the lowest we can go, and we'll get insane speed because of that. Now the wingspan, we're going to go down to 7'4", just get the 89 mid-range shot. That'll get us gold set shot specialist. And also 78 strength will get us that the silver post lockdown. So yeah, we're going to go 7'4" for the wingspan, 7'1" with 220 pounds. Now starting off with the finishing, we're going to go with an 84 close shot, which is just enough to get us that paint prodigy on silver, which is pretty solid. The finishing on this build, it's not going to be like too great, but it will be very, very well rounded, as you guys will see. The driving layup is going to be 80, which is enough to get us that physical finisher on silver. I think we got to upgrade the strength to like a 67. It'll be higher than that, but we'll get an 80 driving layup. Driving dunk is going to be an 80 as well, which is 80 is just a threshold for a lot of animations. You can't go 84, you can only go 83, and 84 driving dunk gets you the LeBron dunk package. But we can't get 84, so we're just going to go down to 80 just to get the animations that we want for this build. Standing dunk is going to be 81, which is just enough to get us rise up on silver. Again, very, very solid badge in this game. And I would just recommend going 81. So if you go 90, it really, like, it costs a lot of attributes, and also it just kind of affects the build in general. And I don't think gold really matters too much. So I'm just going to go 81. You get to save some attribute points and still have a decent enough standing dunk rating to where you can get contact dunks. You'll have the pro big man contact dunks with the silver rise up, which will help out a lot. Post control is going to be a 79, which is just enough to get us that post fade phenom on gold. We can't get it yet because we haven't upgraded the mid range, which will be 89. But you guys will see we'll be able to get gold post fade phenom. We need an 80 mid range and a 79 post control, so we're gonna get that. We're gonna get 89 midi for the gold set shot and the silver deadeye. The 3-pointer is gonna be 82. So I mean that the shooting on this build is going to be absolutely insane. You get the gold set shot, which you can max +1, get that at the Hall of Fame if you're really struggling. If you're not really struggling with shooting, I'd probably put on like something like defense, something like that. But 89 mid-range will definitely be very, very solid to where you can shoot the ball very, very consistently, especially after the Season 2 patch. I think 89 mid-range will be very, very solid. Moving on to pass accuracy, we're going to go up to an 87, which is enough to get us that break starter on gold and also dimer on gold. And if you do get cap breakers, you could use +5 to the pass accuracy and get 92 for Hall of Fame dimer, which you can max +1 that to legend if you really wanted to. But 87, we're just trying to get the gold break starter, and you'll still have very solid passing on this build. And keep in mind that pass accuracy is not very expensive for a center at all. So I'd recommend going high pass accuracy just because it's a really effective attribute and it costs basically nothing in the builder for a 7'1" center. So I'll just go with 87 just to be, you know, pretty high, and still the attributes will still be cheap. Ball handle is going to be a 68, and the speed of ball is going to be 58. You don't really get any particular badges here. You do get gold or bronze unpluckable from getting that post control up, but honestly you don't really get anything too special here, but you will be able to handle the ball a little bit. You know, it's better than having like a 40 ball handle with like a 30 speed with ball. And you know, Chet Holmgren can handle the ball a little bit in real life, so I think, you know, it'd be pretty realistic to go with the ball handle and the speed with ball. And you can get some SIGs, I've heard, like 60 ball handle gets you a few SIGs if you're a big man. So yeah, I would just go at least 68, you know, max that out, try to replicate him as much as possible. Interior defense, we're going to go to an 82, which is enough to get us that post lockdown on silver. We haven't upgraded the strength yet, but we'll be able to get post lockdown on silver. Perimeter defense is going to be a 62, which will get us bronze movable enforcer. The steal is going to be a 60, which is enough to get us interceptor on bronze, which is really all we need. And we can't even get much higher than that. We can get 61, but there's no point going 61 because you can get interceptor at 60. So I'm just going to go with that. 62 and 60 is usually the sweet spot for most 7-foot centers. The block is going to be a 93, which will get us that gold paint patroller. And again, Chet Holmgren is a pretty solid shot blocker in real life. He averages like 2 or 3 blocks per game. So I think having good shot blocking on this build will be very realistic. I'm not saying it's like the greatest. Like 93 block is definitely not that great on this game, considering that even if you have a 99 block, it's really not that great. But 93 is what we're going to go with just to, you know, have realism. 67 offensive rebound, and then an 85 defensive rebound. We'll be able to get that gold box out beast. We do only get silver rebound chaser, and if you are really struggling with rebounds, I would kind of get that. But silver rebound chaser, you know, you can upgrade that to gold with the max +1 if you really wanted to, and I think that would be a pretty important badge to use. Or if you're struggling with shooting, you can use it on set shot, like I said. But if you're not struggling with shooting, if you're just fine with it, then I would just go use the max +1 on the rebound chaser. Speed, we're going to go ahead and max it out to a 72. We'll get 60 agility as well. 72 speed and 60 agility on a 7'1" center is absolutely insane on NBA 2K25. I mean, being that fast and being 7'1" is kind of crazy, considering that most 7-foot centers and 6'11s don't even get that kind of speed. So being 7'1", getting that kind of speed is insane. But obviously the downside to that is that the strength is going to be a little bit lower than you would want to. It's going to be 78, but the reason why I went with 78 is just to get that post lockdown silver, which will help out with, guarding other bigs in the paint, things like that, guarding post spins, and things of that nature. You can go 79 to get silver post powerhouse if you really wanted to, but we're not really going to be doing drop steps on this build unless you want to be like weird or something. But 78 is what we're going to go with. You could go the weight up by 1 if you wanted to, but me personally, I'm just going to go minimum, get the 72 speed, get as much as possible. Vertical, I'm going to go ahead and max out to an 83, and you guys see we get Hall of Fame high flying denier with this. We need an 83 vertical, 71 speed, and at least a 92 block. So we just, went with 83 vertical, which will help out with getting the high flying denier badge to Hall of Fame. And again, I'd say very realistic for this kind of build, for someone who is a very, very good shot blocker in real life, and for someone who's pretty athletic, 93 block. Get us gold paint patrol, but 92 will get us the high flying denier, which you can max +1, get that up to legend if you wanted to, which will be absolutely glitchy on this build. So just overall, man, this build is very, very solid. Like, the finishing is going to be very good, obviously. It's not going to be like, it's going to be well-rounded. It's not going to be like insanely great, but it'll still be very, very good. You'll still get silver physical finisher, silver float game. You get a driving dunk for, some animations, 81 standing dunk for rise up. Shooting, obviously going to be great still. You get an 89 midi for a gold set shot. Playmaking, I mean, obviously the pass accuracy is going to be really nice with a gold dimer as well. And the defense, I mean, this is Chet Holmgren. We're talking about 82 interior for the silver post lockdown. We get decent enough perimeter, decent enough steal. The block is going to be insane. The rebounding is a little bit tough. I'm not going to lie, 85. But you do have an 83 vertical, and you are 7'1". So grabbing at least defensive rebounds shouldn't be too tough on this game. And if you are really struggling with it, I would say put on gold rebound chaser. But honestly, I think it's just fine. 85 is, just a good sweet spot. We actually don't get gold box. Like I said, we only get silver, but 85 defensive rebound is a good threshold. And I'm pretty sure that's also enough to get glass gunner. We need an 85 rebounding, so getting glass gunner, you'll be able to get +8 to the rebound, which will be 93, and then +8 to the 3-pointer, which will get it up to 90. So yeah, this build, I mean, once you get that takeover, will be even more glitchy. You obviously get insane speed and strength and vertical for being 7'1". But this is the shades of, man. We get shades of Chet Holmgren in the first one, Victor Wembanyama, and Nikola Jokic, and this build will be called a 2-way 3-level playmaker. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the video. If you guys liked it, make sure to comment, subscribe.